Hey guys, Greg here on the Vinyl Rundown. Today, special edition, talking to you not about records so much, but The Clash and The Clash on Spotify. Spotify is doing an 8-part series on the history of The Clash, a documentary called Stay Free. It is narrated by rapper Chuck D, and today is about the end of March, and we're up to 6 episodes. So I've listened to the first 6 episodes. There'll be 2 more episodes left. And this is a great introduction to The Clash. I think this is their first original content. And Spotify has just announced that they were going to spend something like $500 million on their own original content over the course of the year. There's probably a lot of musicians going, well, Spotify hasn't paid me anything, or they've given me a check for 3 cents. Where they get $500 million? But that's a topic for another video. This is the first time Spotify has made a major commitment to creating their own content, but it's documentary content, not music content. So the documentary takes you to the very, very early days of the punk rock movement in London, really before there was a punk rock movement, when it was just a bunch of kids like the members of The Clash kind of running around trying to figure out what to do. The Clash had a nice career with several studio albums and a few live albums. Maybe you can see the albums behind me. Those are some of my wife's albums. She's a major, major Clash fan, and she really has all of their studio records and some special imports and other rarities I may show you in a bit. I really today just wanted to encourage everybody to go out and download this podcast from Spotify and listen to it carefully. All 8 episodes, each one is about 30 to 45 minutes, and lots of great clips, music clips, interviews with people, Chuck D's narration. For those of us that are, or those of you that are younger and too young to remember The Clash, really it was a groundbreaking time in the late 70s, mid 70s, when punk rock was just taking off, and people didn't know what to make of it. The Clash was really trying to separate themselves from sort of everything that came before. Chuck Berry's over, Elvis is over, the Beatles are over, we're the new thing. We don't really know what the new thing is, but we're trying to create the new thing. I think they're one of those bands where their studio records don't really do justice to the energy of the live shows. Not that I've ever seen them live, but I've seen concert footage, and this documentary kind of gives you a good insight into the early club days, and just really they were causing mayhem. They were encouraging fans to sort of riot, letting kids in. One of their deals was let every kid in who's out there in the alley who wants to get in, whether he has the money or not. Just let them all frickin' in, because there's going to be mayhem. There's going to be, all kinds of craziness in their shows. So anyway, guys, encourage you to check out the podcast, give it a listen, and I'll show you some of our Clash records. Black Market Clash on the 12-inch. That's pretty cool. And let's see, Epic Records. The Clash. Cut the crap, mate. There's a 12-inch. Check it out. Made in the UK, mate. And $1.95. Good luck finding that today for $1.95. Give them enough rope. That's sort of some sort of a communist thing going on there. And vultures eating a dead guy. Sandinista. Here's a classic one. Is this a double or a triple? I think this is a triple record set. Yeah, 3 records, but not. 3 records, but not a gatefold. They're just kind of crammed in there. I think we have 2 copies of this. This is one of the classics everybody should have. Let me go to the wall. Don't tell my wife I crammed her records inside my guitar strings. Alright, a second copy of Sandinista. Why do we have 2? I don't know. You already saw this one. 2 copies of that. One's import, one's not import. London Calling. You heard of that one, mates, right? There it is. Smashing up the Telecaster on stage. This is the classic. If you don't have any Clash records, that's the one you need. And I guess this is the first one. So, what else can I tell you guys? Go listen to the podcast from Spotify. This has been the Clash Radio YouTube. Bye-bye.